Well, hello, my lovely friends. It is Tuesday again, and I have a layout to share with you that I made primarily using the Cocoa Vanilla Unforgettable collection. And I did not use a cut file. I basically just dug into that collection and started picking out papers and ephemera and things that I thought would go well with the picture that I'm using of Bab. And so I trimmed down this gray paper and backed it on this pink paper. It's a lovely bright pink. And I also used some of the cut aparts and scraps that I had from the collection, and I'm going to back the photo with it. And I know it's pink and I know it's floral and it's a picture of a man, but I don't care. I love how this turned out. It was very simple, it came together quickly, but I like I like pinks and yellows and any kind of, I'm going to put butterflies all over this. I mean, it's a picture of us it's a picture of him when we went to a place in Dallas called V Eats, and it was a vegan restaurant that I really like to go to. And it's delicious. It was our first time trying it, and I thought it would be good to remember that first experience. We were out on the patio, and I had the equivalent of some type of chicken and waffles. I think it was made from mushrooms. And he just basically had some tofu eggs and some other tofu turkey and things like that. So anyway, it was delicious, and he's got a big smile on his face because he enjoys exploring new places to eat with me. So we had fun doing that. So I did use this label from the collection, but I stamped on it with a citrus twist stamp set, and it says snapshot. And here I am going to distress the edges and make a little layer of foundation papers for me to put my cut apart title on, which is going to say, "We don't remember the days, we remember the moments." And that is all from Cocoa Vanilla. And you can see just to the left there, I did fussy cut a bunch of butterflies out of one of their pieces of paper. The entire sheet was full of butterflies, and I couldn't resist, and I think that sprinkling them around the page is going to look beautiful. So here I'm just kind of sticking that all down into place and thinking where I might want to put a couple of other items, like these little cut apart labels. You can just barely see that one poking through, but it does add a little bit more pink on that side, as well as this little label that's going to add a little bit more orange and pink on the exterior of that title. Now that is a little tiny piece of Maggie Holmes flourish paper that I had on my desk, and I'm just going to tuck that in to balance some of the green on the other side. And this is a flare from Cocoa Vanilla Unforgettable collection as well, and it says Our Stories. So are you surprised that I'm not using a cut file? Because the next video is a cut file, so stay tuned. But it's a lovely day here. It's so very pretty. I've got my French doors open, my front door open. So I have French doors in my game room and in my craft room, and then it just has a nice flow through. So every room in my house basically has a flow through to another part of the house, except for my girls' bedroom and bathroom. Everything else is very flow through. So I have two bedrooms leading in and out of my bedroom, and I literally had ducks fly in my house last week, and because I had the game room door, French doors wide open, and they were fighting over a female, and there were these two drakes, and they just all flew right into my game room. And when I went to chase them out, funny enough, I thought it was Bab bolting out of the bedroom being ridiculous, but it was ducks. literally in my house because I live in an area full of ducks. And so they landed in my game room. I chased them through my living room. They went through Bab's man cave, which is actually the dining room. That led in back into the kitchen, and I chased them through the kitchen, through the breakfast nook, and back through the game room. And about halfway through, the drakes took off flying out of the game room, and the female didn't want to leave. She was like, no, I'm not leaving, I'm not leaving, I'm not leaving. So I couldn't get her to go until I almost touched her at the edge of the doorway, and she finally flew off. But it was quite entertaining. It's not the first time I've had birds in my house, that's for sure. But Bab slept through the whole thing. He didn't even notice. He didn't even, like, he was like, no way did that happen. So I had him pull the security footage, and he got to witness it himself. But anyway, silly story aside, I did add a label from the not the Maggie Holmes, the Paige Evans Bloom Street collection, number 13, and it says refreshing at the bottom in pink, and at the top it says sweet as can be, because he is a sweetheart. And you saw I was trying to figure out a way to use all of those paper airplanes, and I could not make them work. I do end up having just one up at the top that you can see between the label that says snapshot and sweet as can be. And I did add those fussy cut butterflies and some little crystals that I got. I think they came in the March Hip Kit Club kit, and they were from Prima, called Surfboard. Say it in crystals. So they're pretty sparkly. I didn't even know that Prima made crystals, but it makes sense, I guess. And they were a little different than what I've been using, so I thought, why not? They add a little bit more green to the layout, and I like that balance. So here I dug into some Carolyn Pooler design sequins. I love her sequins. They are just so unusual. They're different sizes, different colors. Her mixes are just phenomenal. I highly recommend them. And this one is called Aspen. And I'm trying to remember where I got them from. I want to say scrapbook.com, but I just love them. I bought probably 4 or 5 of them, and I am already, I want to buy more. I need to make some shaker pockets before I commit to doing that, though, because I have a tendency to collect. But the good news is my daughters love, love, love going through my stash and using product for whatever project they're working on. And one of them paints and likes to use glitter on everything and does mosaics and glass fusion. The other one likes to sew and reconstruct clothing, or deconstruct clothing and reconstruct it into something different. So like from a thrift shop. And I don't know, we're just a crafty family. I'm even teaching my pseudo son-in-law to sew masks right now for the apocalypse. So he has been enjoying learning that, which reminds me I need to make a couple of more for my clients and their kids. I guess that's on my agenda for this weekend. But anyway, I'm way ahead. This is going to air mid-May, and hopefully everyone is healthy and safe and things are somewhat back to normal, even though the new norm will be a little different. But I appreciate you watching, and I will have another video for you in a couple of days. Enjoy this beautiful weather if you're having it. I'm having absolutely gorgeous weather here, and I will talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye.